Good evening. I hope you're having a wonderful week. And it's hard to believe that we're halfway through our gospel or small groups at Good Ground Church. I just want to take a few minutes to briefly recap what we talked about last night. This week, we talked about the topic Ask a Question. And it's amazing how many questions that we ask. Well, maybe if you have kids, maybe it isn't that amazing because kids seem to ask all sorts of questions all the time, right? But questions are on ramps to knowing and understanding where people have been, where they are now, and in fact, where they're going. And believe it or not, just asking the right question may be an open door to having a conversation about Jesus with someone else. Asking questions and actually listening to them, it means a lot. A lot of people just want to be seen and also heard. Seeing and hearing people is something that Jesus did a lot in his ministry here on earth. And he did it with a Samaritan woman at a well, a blind man on the way to Jericho, and a short tax collector named Zacchaeus. Jesus made connections with people by first conversing with them and then also listening to them. And that's how we need to approach others with the message of Jesus. One important thing to note is the words of Jesus in the Gospel of John. He says that others will know that we are his disciples by the way that we love others. Think about that for a minute. The love that we show others, the love that you show to others, will tell them that you're a follower of Jesus. And in that regard, even before we have conversations with people, we need to be exhibiting the love of Jesus. You see, you can't live like the devil and then expect others to hear you out on your message of Christ. Showing outward expressions of that inward change, it goes a long way in helping others see that we really have been changed, that we really are different, that there really is something to this whole life being changed by Jesus thing. A final parting word: Jesus was in the people business. And because of that, it means that we also need to be in the people business. And sometimes people are messy. Sometimes, if we're honest, we're messy. But never forget something that Amber says a lot. There's never a person whose eyes you will look into that is not loved by God. When we see others in the same way, it changes our perspective on who they are. They're loved, cherished, and of worth to God, and therefore they should also be to us as well. The gospel is meant for them as well. And as the Ethiopian eunuch said to Philip in the book of Acts, how can I understand unless someone guides me? This week, be a Philip to someone. Guide them to the greatest hope that they can ever find, and that's Jesus. We still have 3 weeks left in this small group, and my hope is that we will see you next Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Hope you have a great rest of your week, everyone.